many differences in the animal and plant digestive system. For example, plants don't have stomachs or salivary glands, and they can't eat the types of food that animals and humans eat. But plants get their energy through photosynthesis, and they take the part of the energy from the light in the sun, and they store it in the organic compounds. And photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast, and in the chloroplast there are chlorophylls, and there are a lot of different types, but the most common types are type A and B, and they work together to capture the light energy. But unlike photosynthesis, cellular respiration takes place at night, and oxygen breaks down glucose for energy. And there are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic uses oxygen and makes 36 ATPs, and anaerobic doesn't use oxygen. Okay, this is the formula for photosynthesis, and this is the formula for cellular respiration. As you can see, the formulas are reversed, and cellular respiration is the opposite of photosynthesis. Okay, so guard cells and the stomates are needed so that the plant can go through photosynthesis. The guard cells, which are the things around the stomata, are modified cells that are found on the leaf, epidermis that regulate gas and water exchange, and the stomates, which are the inside the guard cells, are small pores that are on the underside of the leaf that help with gas exchange. And photosynthesis isn't the only way that plants obtain nutrients. They use their roots to get nutrients and water. On the roots, the plants have root hairs, which increases the surface area for the roots. The plants rely on xylem and phloem to get the nutrients and water up to from the roots to the rest of the plant. The xylem carries the water from the roots to the rest of the plant, and it relies on transpiration and capillary action to distribute the water. It's like drinking out of a straw. And the phloem carries the food throughout the rest of the plant. And sugar is actively transported into the phloem and moves to the rest of the plant by diffusion. And the cambium is what separates the xylem and the phloem to keep them from mixing. Some plants eat insects and absorb their nutrients from the soil and the atmosphere, and those are called insectivorous plants. And an example of an insectivorous plant is a pitcher plant. A more commonly known one is the Venus flytrap. And this plant, it opens here and the insects go into it. And when the insects go into the plant, it gets engulfed in juice from the pitcher, and there are enzymes produced and digested by the plants. And up here there's hairs on the leaf that bend forward to capture the insect. And then the digestive insect is absorbed through the leaves after the hairs on the leaf become normal again. And that's all the ways that plants acquire their nutrients.
And now here's a message from our sponsor.
Take me to infinity. Get the beat between the teeth. It's relentless and real. Take me to infinity. And take everything, all the time you can steal. And it felt like
The animal digestive system is very similar to the human digestive system. There are only a few differences. Animals, for the most part, eat their food in huge molecule groups, and they have to be broken down into smaller molecules that can be distributed throughout the entire body. The vital function is accomplished in a series of specialized organs that comprise the digestive system, such as the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, the esophagus, and lots of other organs. For example, animals like earthworms also move food in through their mouth and then pass it to the esophagus, just like humans would. But some differences that animals have are also that they have a gastrovascular cavity. The most prominent difference between animal digestive system and human digestive system is ruminants. And ruminants is when animals have 4 stomachs. For example, cows and sheep have this. And that's when they can live off like just grass alone, and they can eat it and then regurgitate it and just end up digesting it really slowly and being able to get everything out of it and get as much as they can. And animals are classified into groups based on how they feed. Single-celled organisms can directly take in nutrients from their outside environment. Multicellular animals, with most of their cells removed from contact directly with the outside environment, have developed specialized structures for obtaining and breaking down their food. Animals depend on 2 processes, feeding and digestion. Today we have our specialist, Justin Syriac. He's going to give us some more info.
Thank you, Ms. Ruby Vaughn. Animals are heterotrophs. They must absorb nutrients or ingest food sources. Ingestive eaters, the majority of animals, use a mouth to ingest food. Absorptive feeders, such as tapeworms, live in a digestive system of another animal and absorb nutrients from that animal directly through their body wall. Filter feeders, such as oysters and mussels, collect small organisms and particles from the surrounding water. Substrate feeders, such as earthworms and termites, eat the material, dirt or wood, they burrow through. Fluid feeders, such as aphids, pierce the body of a plant or animal and withdraw fluids.
Thank you, Mr. Syriac, for your insight.
Thank you, Ms. Vaughn, for just being so smart.
Up next, the human digestive system. Are you tired of flat, boring hair? Ah! Then bump it up with new bump ups.
Yeah.
Don't you just love your new hair?
Oh, it's amazing.
This is what happened to Jamie before bump ups.
Hey.
I ain't attracted to girls with your kind of flat, boring hair.
And Jamie also didn't have very many friends.
You're supposed to say hey. Hey.
I don't talk to girls with flat, boring hair like yours.
But look at what happened to Jamie's social life after she got bump ups.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, what did you do to your hair? It looks fantastic.
I got a bump up.
Oh!
Hey.
Hey, that's my kind of woman. What did you do with your hair?
I got a bump up.
Yeah, that's the way I like it. Full and voluptuous.
Yeah. Bump ups changed my life. I got friends and a boyfriend. Thanks, bump ups.